Redundancy is a very common problem in the English language. To avoid the repetition of a noun, a pronoun is used instead. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a part of speech which is used in place of a specific noun to avoid repetition in a sentence. Before we go deeper on discussing about the types of pronoun, let us get to know first the points of view. What is a point of view? Point of view refers to who is telling or narrating a story. A story can be told in three different ways: first person, second person, and third person. When we talk about ourselves, our opinions, and the things that happen to us, we generally speak in the first person. So in the simplest sense, first person point of view is referring to the speaker himself or herself. Next, the second person point of view is referring to the person the speaker is speaking to, and it is only the pronoun you. And the third person point of view belongs to the person or people being talked about, or in this POV, the speaker is talking about other people. There are 7 types of pronoun, here as follows. First is subjective pronoun. In this type, the pronoun works as the subject or the doer of the verb in a sentence. Here are the list of pronouns which function as a subject in a sentence. For the first person singular, we have I. For the plural, we have we. For the second person singular and plural, we have both you. And lastly, for the third person singular, we have he, she, and it. For the plural, we have they. Example, Mike can't attend the party. He has gone to his parents. The pronoun he, which replaced the noun Mike, is the doer of the subject. Therefore, the he is a subjective pronoun. Next is possessive pronoun. When you say possessive pronoun, it indicates possession. In other words, it indicates ownership. Here are the list of pronoun which shows possession in a sentence. For the first person singular, we have my and mine. For the plural, we have our or ours. For the second person singular, we have your or yours. For the plural, we have your and yours. For the third person singular, we have his, her or hers, and its. For the plural, we have their or theirs. In this sentence, I thought my bag was lost, but the one Kesrick found was mine. The word mine refers to my bag, and it signifies that I am the owner of the bag found by Kesrick. Next is reflexive pronoun. This is a type of pronoun that refers back to the subject. Take note, with or without reflexive pronoun, the sentence would still mean the same. Here are the list of pronoun which refers back to the subject in the sentence. For the first person singular, we have myself. For the plural, we have ourselves. For the second person singular, we have yourself. For the plural, we have yourselves. And for the third person singular, we have himself, herself, and itself. For the plural, we have themselves. For example, the computer restarts itself every night. The itself refers back to the noun computer. You may not use reflexive pronoun in this sentence, just like the computer restarts every night. The sentence will still be correct. Next is objective pronoun. This pronoun acts as the object of a sentence. In other words, hindi siya yung bida o pinag-uusapan. Ginawa lang siyang isang kasangkapan. Ouch! Here are the objective pronouns. For the first person singular, we have me. For the plural, we have us. For the second person singular, we have you. For the plural, we have you. For the third person singular, we have him, her, and it. For the plural, we have them. Do not confuse yourself with other pronouns. As long as you see these pronouns, it will remind you that they function as an object in the sentence, except for the pronoun you, which is very constant. So you need to be vigilant in determining its function in the given sentence. In this sentence, take a picture of her. The main focus is taking a picture. The pronoun her stands as an object only. The relative pronoun describes something more about the subject or the object. In the simplest word, it adds descriptions or adds information. Here are the most commonly used relative pronouns in different cases. For the subjective or nominative case, you will use which for adding information about things, that for both things and people, and who for a person. For the objective case, you will use which for things, that for both things and people, and whom for the person. And for the possessive case, you will only use whose for referring to a person. In this sentence, our school, which was founded in 1995, is being renovated. The main thought is the school being renovated. The red-colored line is an additional information about the school. You can either remove it or not. It will not affect the main point of the sentence. For the demonstrative pronoun, it indicates the closeness of or distance from the speaker, either literally or symbolically. Pronouns under this type are this, these, that, and those. Example, if you are referring to things nearby, and if it is singular, you will use this. This is my car. And if you are referring to something nearby and it is plural, you will use these. These are my pens. For example, if you are referring to something that is far away, you will use that. That is my house. But if you are pointing to some things, it means plural, you will use those. Those are my books. Lastly is the interrogative pronoun. This type of pronoun produces question, so this is used for interrogations. The interrogative pronouns are widely known as the WH starting questions. Who, what, where, when, which, and how. Who refers to a person or an animal. What and which refers to a subject, an idea, or a thing. Where refers to a place. When refers to a date. And how refers to a process. Example sentences are: what is your name? Who is your teacher? Where is your classroom? When are you going back to school? How does it work? To test if you have understood our lesson about pronoun, kindly check out the Activity 2 L2 in your module. To test if you have understood our lesson about pronoun, kindly check out the Activity 2 L2 in your module.